was mapping a galaxy one ordinary day, charting it out, seeing what he may. Suddenly his Ludicron drive got a glitch. Damn, he said, life's sometimes quite the bitch. Unsensed from time, out of the loop, he knew things weren't gonna be fine. He didn't know anything except he was in deep, deep poop. When he caught the beat, he could end up digging his own mind. Luck was with him on that day. Life a game he continues to play. What kind of luck? We didn't say. You tell us when you see the place he must stay. He came down in the yard of a strange pseudo-man who mistook Dick Ship for some kind of gift. Brain dead, so said a bioscan. Hey, maybe my ship will be too heavy to lift. Dick's hope quickly crashed into the house. With him the man dashed.
Mama, look, a phone! My dream has been cashed!
Whatever, son, it's time for corned beef hashed. Return to time, another loop. Currently screwed away out. He must find he didn't know anything except he was in deep, deep poop to a life of dreary darkness. He's been sadly resigned. These are the logs of Dick Powah, void explorer trapped in the bedroom of a strange giant pseudo-man. He must try to repair his Ludicron drive, or he will die, and his ship will become another piece of random junk on this weirdo's desk.
Dick Powah reporting, day 15. Well, finally a bit of good news to talk about. It seems that this dwelling is equipped with wireless access to a global network of information. They call it the Internet. It took me several days to figure out the password for access. And now that I have it, I almost wish I didn't. You see, I've been using my ship's drone to monitor the house and surroundings. Early on this morning, it caught Sally repeating the words Ram, Rod, Roy. Only she didn't pause between words and raised her voice noticeably. On a hunch, I tried those words, and by Grabthar's hammer, there it was. The Internet! One of the first things I did was to seek out someone I've seen this putz talking to. Another exceedingly strange fellow who calls himself the Potato of Life. Among other things, this guy is something else altogether. When he talks to Chance, I detect significant delusion and self-aggrandizing. He also mentioned being a live streamer, so I was curious to see if he was equally so in public. He did not disappoint.
Must be eating potato.
Holy Sargathian donkey shit C8. Are you seeing this guy? Scour the Internet. More info about him, please.
Affirmative, Dick. Searching now. Bzzz, bzzz, done. This is Thomas Dahl, a failed so-called live streamer. He revealed his personal information on one such stream when he scrolled a thread on Kiwi Farms, a forum dedicated to monitoring socially unacceptable people, such as the creature who has captured us, and who you have programmed me to sound like for some reason.
What in the name of Malorian purgatory is he talking about? Resurrection is impossible, though I do admit this guy does sort of look like a corpse.
Have you seen this?
In some ways.
He used to be known as Kitty Style. In late 2018, in a bid for sympathy to kickstart his flagging streaming career, he talked about his time in prison, which led to the discovery that in 2016 he threatened a local politician on the internet. A police investigation revealed he had tried to locate her residence as well, sealing his fate. Not long after this was exposed, his ex-sex mate revealed a damning confession. He admitted taking advantage of his 6-year-old sibling many years ago while he was an adolescent. The motivation for the confession seems to have again been sympathy. At the time, his relationship with said sex mate was failing. He did not receive any sympathy from her or anyone. He was then rejected socially for these and several other issues that he himself revealed. At some point, he decided that redemption was possible through gaslighting. He says that Thomas Doll in Kitty Style with him has been crucified and killed. He resurrected as Tim Dooley and is using a tuberous root as the symbol for said resurrection. In reality, he's the same person he has always been. This is just the tip of the iceberg, Dick.
That I'm sure came out of the Florida prosecution and civil cases, in which Jeffrey Epstein, in video, when asked if Donald Trump was with young girls, took the Fifth Amendment. Here's that clip.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump? Have you socialized with him? Yes. Yes? Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
You know what I'd like to answer that question, at least today, would have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights.
These are the files. Now that I've redefined for you, so you can hold on to it like a pollster, what the files are.
We get the best of the best here on the channel.
His files as the thing he's probably not going to be able to get, which is the grand jury transcripts. That's not the truckload. That's not the mother load that we want. Now, Pam Bondi knows it. The new Wall Street Journal reporting, of course, is that Pam Bondi briefed Donald Trump in May and told him he's all over.
So, is he saying he's a dictator or something? The guy in the animation kind of looked like him, and one of those voices sounded like someone giving an authoritarian speech.
It appears as though that is the impression he is trying to give, but he is doing it poorly. The discussion about someone named Epstein and their relationship with Trump appears to be a separate issue. The authoritarian was someone named Adolf Hitler. He ran a country called Germany and openly persecuted several groups of people. The song he played is called Erika. It was a popular marching song amongst Hitler's soldiers and allies. Taken together, it appears to me that he is saying if he were in charge, he would handle the Epstein-Trump affair like Hitler, as an authoritarian. However, please note, the uniform he is wearing appears to be based on those worn by Hitler's greatest enemy, the Soviet Union. This is probably calculated to throw people off his Hitler symbology. Most ineffective, in my opinion.
Sounds like a very bold and at the same time stupid thing to do. Something tells me we'll be seeing more of this guy in the future. Anyway, back to Chance. Have you had a chance to calculate all the times he has left and returned to social media?
Negative, Dick. While I have found many examples of both, instinct tells me there are more out there yet undiscovered or perhaps undiscoverable. I calculate the chances of finding all examples at exactly 1 to the number of digits in pi, all of them.
Remarkable, the people back at Explorer HQ will find this to be a unique scientific curiosity. I might even win an Orson. This is Dick Powah, signing off for now.